So, good afternoon, students. So, today we have to discuss this two types of thermotypes are used in automobiles. In previous lecture, we already discussed this bellows type or anode type of thermostat. Okay, in our previous lectures. In today's lecture, we have to discuss what is wax or hydrostatic types of the thermostats. So, what is if you observe in this? There is a plunger, there is a seal, there is a rubber plug, there is a copper loaded wax. So this is the components of a wax or hydrostatic type. So the wax type thermostat is commonly used in a most automobile as its most reliable one with highest efficiency. Means what is the point? It has high efficiency. Okay, so this is the advantages of this wax or hydrostatic types high efficiency. This type of thermostat used in JCB machines, means very generally used. It is used in JCB machines, guys. So we know the JCB machines. So what is the purpose of cooling the engines? We know what is the purpose of cooling engines. Okay, what is the purpose of cooling engines? This is the big questions, right? So engine made of metals or alloys. We know the right. So as engine temperature rise while working, metals or alloy try to expand beyond a particular limit of a temperatures, and this result in change in dimension of the engine, resulting in failure. Okay, so to avoid all these things, we have to require the cooling of the engines. So why thermostat use theirs? So you see, guys, what is the use of these thermostats? So there is an optimum temperature at which engine can be produce maximum efficiency, and the range between 75 to 85 degrees Celsius. So only after the engine reaching this particular temperature, cooling need to occur. So to ensure this thermostat is used. So to maintain this temperature, for that purpose, what is we use the thermostat? Means thermostat is nothing but to increase the efficiency of the engines and to maintain a metal part is cool. So the major components of this wax type of thermotypes, we know that this plunger, there is a rubber plug, there is a copper loaded wax, and there is a seal. So how it will be working? What is the working of this wax or hydrostatic type? So as shown in figure, we know the valve of the thermostat is connected to the plungers. Okay, if you observe here, the valve is connected to the plunger here, and the plunger rests in the rubber plug. So this plunger is situated inside the rubber plug, guys. If you observe here, this is situated inside the rubber plug. The rubber plug sits on the container with a copper loaded wax, and this rubber plug is where is placed? It is placed on this copper loaded wax. This is the copper loaded wax on which this rubber plug is mounted. As the temperature rises between 75 to 85 degree Celsius, due to the high coefficient of thermal expansion, the property of a copper loaded wax is expand and contracts against the plungers. Okay, this result the plunger to move up. So what happens? The plunger is move in up directions due to this. As the thermostat is valve is open, so due to the move of the plunger in upward directions, the valve will be open here. The thermostat valve will be open. This seal will be removed there. So, okay. As the thermostat valve is open, the engine cooling galleries gets connected to the radiators, and the coolant or water start to circulate and cooling will be occurs there. Okay. So such type of the working happen when we use this wax type thermostats in our IC engines. Okay guys, so wax type thermostat transfer the heat energy into mechanical energy, means there is a energy conversions here guys. In that, what is, there is a conversion of energy, thermal energy, some heat, what is there, heat energy into mechanical energy, means plunger is moved. This water wax motor principle also find application beside the engine cooling system, including the heating system, thermostatic radiator valves, plumbing, industry and agricultures. So various properties of this thermostat valve guys. So very simple. Now then after that we have to discuss the another topic, water pump. So it is used to pump the circulating water. So impeller type pump will be mounted at the front. Okay, if you observe there in the diagram, there is impeller type of the one, rubber thrower, water inlet, water seal, shaft, water outlet. Water outlet will be there. Through this the water will be inlet. So pump consists of impeller mounted on a shaft. This impeller, if you observe, this impeller blade is mounted over this shaft will be there guys. Okay, and enclosed in a pump casing, and there is a complete casing will be there to avoid the flushing of the water or avoid any accidental problems. So the pump casing has one inlet and outlet openings. Okay, there is a one inlet and there is a one outlet will be there. The means pump is driven by means of engine output of the shaft only through the belts. So there is a belt drive will be used to rotate the shafts. Okay, so when it's driven, water will be pumped inside the engine and to maintain the cooling of the engines. Another, what is there, fan will be used. So this is driven by the engine output shaft through the same belt that drive the pump. So it is provided behind the radiators and it blow the air over the radiator for cooling purpose guys. So this is the fan, this is the fan motors, this is the fuse box, this is the radiator, this is the thermo switch, battery and main switch. So this is the electric circuits for the fan motors. Then another is what is water jackets. So cooling water jackets are provided around the cylinders. If you observe there, water flow parts. Okay, these are the water flow, cylinder head and gasket will be there, cylinder block. These are the water jackets guys. Okay, this is the cylinder walls, this is the cylinder is spark plug and water valve parts. These are the valve parts. So heat generated inside the engine cylinder interior part of the, there is a heat will be generated conducted through the cylinder wall to the jackets. So this heat will be transferred by the convection mode to the this water jackets. The water flowing through the jacket absorb this heat and gets hot, and this hot water will be then cooled in the radiators. So whatever the heat which is generated during the engine operations, this all heat is transferred to the water jackets, and this hot water circulate via radiators and radiator cool this water, and once again the water will be recirculated inside the systems. Another, along with, there is an antifreeze mixture is also used inside the water. So in western countries, if the water is used in radiator, freezes. Okay, this is the most important, freezes because of cold climates. So then ices form, has more volume and produce a cracks in the cylinder blocks, pipes and radiators. So to prevent the freezing, antifreeze mixtures or solutions are added in the cooling waters. Okay, so ideal antifreeze solution should have the following property: it should dissolve in water easily, it should not be evaporate, it should not be deposit any foreign matter in a cooling system, it should not have any harmful effect on any part of the cooling systems, it should be most important cheap and easily available, and it should not corrugate the systems. So these are the following properties this antifreezer is required whenever the add inside the cooling waters for cooling of the engines. So no single antifreeze satisfied all the requirements. So normally following are used the antifreeze solutions. So what is used? Methyl, ethyl, isopropyl alcohols, a solution of the alcohols and waters, ethylene glycol, a solution of the water and ethylene glycol. This is a mixture, glycerin along with the water, etc. So such type of the antifreeze you have to use to maintain the cooling of the engines and avoid the freezing of water or to avoid the formation of the ice inside the engines and to prevent the engines from engine blocks or cracks like that. So what is the advantages and disadvantages of this water cooling system? So first of all we discuss the advantages. So uniform cooling of the cylinder, cylinder head and walls. Second is specific fuel consumption of the engine improve by using the water cooling system. If we employ water cooling system, then engine need not to be provided in front end of the main vehicles. We can put in backside, no problems. Engine is less noisy as compared with air cooled engine as it has water for damping noise. What is the disadvantages? It depends upon the supply of water. The water pump which circulate the water absorb considerable power, right? If the water cooling system is fail, then it will be result in severe damage of the engines. The water cooling system is costlier as it has more number of parts, so also required more maintenance and care for it parts, guys. Okay, so this is the end of unit number 2. So I think you should understand these units. So in next lecture we will be start the unit number 3. So thank you, students.